Oh my God, years ago, we used to make fun of people who were tree huggers, right? We used to call them wackos, and they wore their Birkenstocks and their white jerseys and all that kind of stuff. And they went around hugging trees. And now we find through science, especially through Japan, that being in nature, being next to a tree is incredibly powerfully relaxing, boosting the immune system functioning. I mean, it's amazing. I saw a study the other day that said 3 hours spent in the forest just walking for 3 straight hours in the forest, like, increases the killer cancer cells by 50% in our body. I mean, it has amazing effects on stress and the immune system. So I have this executive, and he's just stressed to the max, and we have all these different types of offerings that we do in regards to meditation and visualization and all those things to decrease stress, frequency work, etc. And he was doing pretty well. And finally I said, hey, we got to get into nature, man. And he's okay being in nature, but he didn't know what I was going to tell him. I said, listen, let's find a forest or even just a couple trees not far from where you live, and go ahead and put your hand on it for 5 minutes. And then when you start to feel a shift, just go ahead. If the tree isn't too big, just hug it, just hug it for the hell of it. And then go ahead and put your back against it or your hand against it, or whatever it might be. So he puts his hand for 5 minutes, and he said, David, my eyes started falling asleep. I actually started falling asleep. My body relaxed. Why? What happened? You see, the hertz of the earth is about 7.83, which means it's outrageously low. You can't hear it with the human ear, but the body can pick up the vibration. The body can pick up the vibration of 7.83 hertz, and that whole thing is all about calming the nervous system. The energy, the frequency of the earth calms the nervous system. Here's this guy for 5 minutes with his hand against a tree, and he's falling asleep, and then he turns around and puts his back against it, and he's just said he let out this huge sigh. I've done videos before, again, from Japan, about what they recommend forest brushing, where doctors will actually write a prescription. These people go into the woods and they just allow their hands to touch the branches. If they want to hug a tree, they can. If they just want to put their hand on it, they can. But they do this instead of medication to decrease stress, increase the immune system functioning. This is not willy-nilly nonsense. This is really true. Novak Djokovic, the greatest tennis player that's ever played, I have in my book, A Mental Mastery for Professional Athletes, I have stories about him claiming he is a tree hugger, and he loves it, and his family does it. He said, David, he goes, it's amazing. It's the best grounding exercise. We can all feel our stress decrease immediately. And then he talked about walking barefoot in the grass, how that grounds him. But see, he's picking up the energy of the earth, the hertz, the 7.83 hertz, and it's relaxing his complete nervous system. Listen, try this. If you need help, we offer everyone a free 20-minute session on the phone. I can explain it more deeply to you. Just go to talkdavid.com. At the Contact Us button, send us an email. My team will set it up. And also, at that website, talkdavid.com, which you'll see below, 5 of our top-selling books are absolutely free. Listen, let's use nature. This guy was blown away. Now he's 15, 20 minutes with a hand on a tree every morning before he leaves for work, and he's loving it. Let me help you. If I can help you in any way, I would love to at talkdavid.com. Have a great day.